Yes, hello, I am from South Dakota. This woman was our governor for 8 years. This has been, and always will be a Kristi Noem hate account. As I witnessed the rest of America have their first experience with her, it feels irresponsible to not let you know how dangerous this woman is. So let's go over just a few of Kristi Noem's greatest hits right here in the state of South Dakota, shall we? Kristi Noem is banned from all the reservations in the state of South Dakota. She is effectively banned from land in her own state that she governed where she is from. Years and years and years, she has pandered to the conservative right with this narrative that the cartel are coming through the reservations selling drugs and human trafficking. There was also a brief stint where she was talking shit about the children, and in tribal culture, you don't do that. The children are considered sacred. During snowstorms on the reservations, the indigenous people were locked in. They could not leave. They would have frozen to death if FEMA had not gotten out there because Kristi Noem just neglected to send the National Guard to help. So they banned her from all the reservations. People would be smart, by the way, not to piss off the indigenous people, because once they get on that telephone, they had this done within like 72 hours. And I am not convinced that they couldn't effectively ban her from all the reservations across Turtle Island. That's North America, white people. This is a map of the reservations. This is all tribal lands. These are all the places that Kristi Noem can't go in her own fucking state, again, that she governed. It's like 1/16 of her state, right? Embarrassing. Now let's kick it all the way back to COVID times. During COVID, she bragged about how we were the only state to never shut down. It's true. We didn't. People died. They fucking died. She didn't give a shit. I worked for corporate America at this time. People were coming to our place of business with COVID and laughing about it. They didn't believe in it. They didn't think it was real. And because of that narrative she pushed, conservative people from California moved here and fucked with our elections. And then they didn't even last one winter, and now they're in Nevada, fucking with their elections. Next up, we got nepotism. Kristi Noem's daughter wanted to be an appraiser, a real estate appraiser. There is a testing and licensure process in South Dakota, as there is in most states. Kristi Noem's daughter was not smart enough to pass the test, and she was given an appraiser's license anyways. A whistleblower at the office come out and said this ain't right. She was threatened with her job. This is from the Associated Press. You can't hardly find any other news articles on it now because they've been suppressed. There was a formal investigation launched into this. I don't know if they settled out of court or what. Oh, but let's talk about the total abortion ban, shall we? We're one of the few states with a trigger law. Always been that way. There was a 10-year-old who got sexually assaulted, and Kristi Noem was going to make her have that baby.
Because this is a trigger law that was passed before you became governor, I wanted you to be clear. Will the state of South Dakota, going forward, force a 10-year-old in that very same situation to have a baby? What I would say is I don't believe a tragic situation should be perpetuated by another tragedy.
Oh, and don't forget about her spending habits. Yeah, we're still looking into that shit. Google it. She was going on vacations with this thing, flying into her daughter's wedding like it was her own personal air Uber. There was a lot more horrible shit that she was responsible for, but of all of the things that I have recited, this one should concern you the most. In 2020, we voted yes on recreational marijuana. It passed overwhelmingly amongst Democrats, Republicans, and Libertarians across the board. People bought businesses here. They opened shop. She used our taxpayer dollars to veto our own votes. Let me just repeat that for you. South Dakota citizens voted yes on recreational marijuana. She used our tax dollars to repeal the vote of the people, the will of the people, took it to court, paid for lawyers with our tax dollars, created campaign ads with our tax dollars to revoke a vote that was the will of the people. We voted yes, Kristi Noem said no, and then it was gone. Kind of like how the Supreme Court of the United States of America had a 9-0 ruling in Kilmar Abrego Garcia's favor when he was booted to El Salvador with no due process. And they said, hey, President of the United States and Secretary of Homeland Security, y'all need to bring this man on back. And now they're ignoring that. I'm trying to warn America that this person is the Joseph Goebbels of this nation. Very dangerous. She'll go down with the regime. She will do anything for the regime. More people are going to die unless she is stopped. You think Trump is bad? It won't be J.D. Vance or Don Jr., who is his successor. It'll be her. Oh, and just for shits, this is what she used to look like before all the lip filler and the Botox. This is not an AI image. That is her actual hair.